What's up, everybody? Hey, happy Friday. Happy first week in March. Hope you guys absolutely killed it. We are out of seasonality is what we're seeing here. So is many of you and I have had conversations and say seasonality is just an excuse and the market technically doesn't slow down. The average agent slows down. Yeah, there are still, I think, selling and buying trends. But for the most part, I totally agree. However, what we're seeing is that we are flying right out of this right now. So March is the most crucial time. And obviously, multiple offers being one of the biggest challenges in this industry right now on both the buying and the selling side. So is supply and demand. I'm hearing stories. I had it happen to me, listing houses, over 50 showings, over 20 offers on the house. How do you manage that kind of stuff? But here's what I do know. We want listings. You want listings. I want listings. We all want listings. But we're not willing to do the things to get these listings. Okay, we're in that reactive state of hoping the phone is going to ring with this miraculous listing, and maybe Aunt Edna is going to be calling you someday and saying, "Hey, Joel, I got to list my house," and then you help her out. Congratulations. However, what I want to go over today is the elusive FSBOs, right? It's going to create a predictable business, and truthfully, the vehicle to your success lies right here, okay, in your phone. You have to be able to call these for sale by owners. All right, and I'm gonna break it down to a fourth grade level for you. I'm gonna talk to you about what the metrics look like. I'm gonna talk to you about how you're going to hit these goals, and it's gonna be at such an elementary stage. You're gonna be like, I got this. Anybody could do this. Okay, so let's understand. Let's break down some math before we get started. And by the way, if you guys jump in the comments, anything that you need, any questions that you have, or if you have any challenges that you want to give me some pushback on, I'm open to that as well. So here's your easy math. Everybody could do this. Grab your little pad of paper and a pen. The MLS average in our area, in the Cleveland area, is, let's just call it $150,000. It fluctuates, but let's just say rookie numbers, $150,000 average sales price times a 3% commission is $4,500. The goal here, the easy goal, is to make $100,000 in gross commission on for sale by owners. Yeah, 6 digits, $100,000. Super, super, super easy. So 150 average sales price times a 3% commission, $4,500. If you just sell 2 of those a month, that equals $9,000. That's $108,000 in gross commission a year. Okay? Yeah, we all know that's sounds good, Joel. We're getting rich on a piece of paper. That's not what we're about, because ultimately it takes the commitment. It takes the consistency of picking up the phone and making these dials. Okay, but here are some really good metrics to understand success factors, I guess. So if you're making bullet points, add these to your list. A, it's got to be a game. You got to have fun doing it, because if you're not having fun doing it, you shouldn't be doing it at all. You're going to get burnt out. You're going to get pissed off. You're going to get overwhelmed, and you will not do this again. So truthfully, it's not that hard having a conversation with somebody, especially with the scripting that I'm about to give you. There is no stress involved, and there shouldn't be any stress involved on it. You got to be enthusiastic. Yeah. Do you really want to talk to Eeyore on the phone? Oh, my house blew down again. No, you got to be enthusiastic. Act like you enjoy doing it, because that comes across the phone to these people, to these for sale by owners. And you got to remember, why are they for sale by owner? Their motivation is money, and they can't stand real estate agents for the most part, or they think they could do it better themselves. So you got to be enthusiastic, and anybody could do that. Be determined. You have to be able to grab this plan and say, I'm going to do this, forget about everything else, and I promise you, your skills will take over. You got to have market knowledge. If you don't understand the market or what the area that you're calling, it will not work. You have to come across as that authority, or nobody will believe you, right? It's that authoritative level where they think that they remember, they think that they know everything. They think that they have everything at their fingertips, and they don't need you. Do your research. Do your research at who you're going to call. It's very easy. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why here in a second. But you got to be also, I guess one of the last things is be confident. Believe in yourself. Because if you don't, if you have that doubt in your mind, those potential clients are going to have that doubt in their mind as well. And then last thing is perseverance. Understand that everything in real estate, including this, is a numbers game. If you do something enough times as a human being, I promise you, I guarantee you, you will get good at it with anything in life. All right. So as we start this, let's talk about the conversation of the for sale by owner. Okay. Number one conversation outline is act as if. Act as if you're talking to your friends. Act as if they should know who you are. And what I mean by that is this. You're not calling and saying, oh, yeah, hi, this is Joel with eXp Realty, and I was calling because the for sale by owner over there on Main Street, and I'm kind of looking for the homeowner. Is that you? No. Act as if like your buddies. Know their first name. That's why I said know who you're calling. So imagine saying, hey, Mike, it's Joel over at eXp Realty. That works. It starts the tone of that conversation off way better. All right? Be upfront. Let them know you're a real estate agent up front. Because if you ever want to lose rapport with a for sale by owner, don't tell them you're a real estate agent and hide that fact. Guess it will come haunt you. They already hate us. And so, yeah, always be upfront and let them know that this is Joel with eXp Realty. Right up front. Differentiate yourself, all right? I'm going to be going over a script here to show you exactly how to do that. But imagine if you were to use words when you do call a for sale by owner like, hey, I'm not like every other real estate agent that's calling you. I actually specialize in your neighborhood. Or my team or my company actually sold a few houses in your neighborhood, and it's shown some strong interest of these buyers that they love your neighborhood. So imagine if you're having that conversation. Remember, when I say differentiate yourself, what does the average agent do with a for sale by owner? If I line up 10 real estate agents right now and they're calling for sale by owners, I will bet you any money 9 out of 10 do this. Hey, I got a buyer for your house. They're on to you. You're going to lose every time. You cannot do that. You cannot say, number one, it's not being honest. Unless you truthfully do have a buyer for their home. But it's not being honest. Honesty is the key. It will win every time. But the number two thing is differentiation. So you got to say things like, hey, listen, I know you're probably getting called by a lot of real estate agents that are telling you that they actually have a buyer for your home. I'm not like those agents. I don't have a specific buyer for your home. What I'm actually calling to do is I do have buyers that shown strong interest in this neighborhood, but I just want your permission to share the information about your house with these potential buyers. Would that be okay for you, Mike? Right? That's a differentiating factor. Now they're going to sit back on the phone and be like, hey, who is this guy? Wait, why is he different? I got to listen to him. And the conversation changes. It's actually, what you're doing is you're gaining control of the conversation. Because why? You are the authority. Don't let that for sale by owner run the conversation. It will be a lose-lose. All right. So after you differentiate yourself, now we gotta build rapport. It's the biggest thing in sales. No matter what you're selling, I don't care if you're selling a pen, bubble gum, houses. You got to build rapport with the audience. You have to build rapport with who you're trying to talk to, and the only way you can do that with a for sale by owner is by asking them questions, letting them talk, listening, going deep with what some of their answers are, and asking additional questions based on what their answers are. And what I mean by that is, imagine if you say things like, so the beginning of the script that I just used, hey, I just want to be able to have your permission to share information about your homes with these buyers that did show strong interest in your neighborhood. Would that be okay with you? They're going to say yes every time. And then you can say things like, great, tell me a little bit about your house. I see it out over there on Zillow. I understand that, I read a little bit about it, but I've been burned so many times. I would actually rather hear it from you. So tell me some of the features that you love about your house. Why do you feel that another person is going to love your house? What was it that caused you to purchase your home? So let them talk. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to sit down, strap in, because they're going to talk for 10 minutes about their house. They're the worst salespeople on the face of the planet. They truthfully are. They're not trained at doing this. So let them talk. Listen. Take notes. Have a what we call is and you've heard me say this before, the seller counseling interview. Have that. Fill things out as they're talking, right? But it's not the menu style talking where you're saying things like, cheeseburger, right? We're at McDonald's. Cheeseburger, yep, check. Pickles, check. No, you're not doing that. You're when I mean go deep, care about what the things that they are saying and ask another question accordingly. All right. So what I mean by that is when they say things like, oh yeah, some of my favorite features, we actually just got our kitchen redone 2 years ago. Put on the brakes. Wait, tell me a little bit more about this kitchen redone. Was it a complete tear out, all brand new cabinets? No way. Where'd you get them at? Were they custom made? So granite countertops too? Love it. Cool. What'd you guys do to the floor? I'm caring. That's how you build rapport with the seller, especially with the for sale by owner. Because remember, you're working an uphill battle, and I'm just asking questions because it's different. Not many other real estate agents are doing that. So what the real estate agent does is, where do they ask the commission question? They ask it right up front. Okay, so what I mean by that is that, hey, even if they do introduce themselves, hey, this is Joel with eXp Realty, and I'm just kind of curious. I have a buyer that's shown interest in your house. Would you be open? Would you pay me a 3% commission if I were to bring them? Lose. Why are you going to talk money if you haven't even built rapport yet? Wrong location. Right question, wrong location of the conversation. So what I feel that you should be doing is, once you build rapport, okay, they're telling you all about their house, you're asking questions, you're taking notes, then comes the biggest question that you could possibly ask. Well, Mike, sounds like a beautiful home. Let me ask you this. Why are you even selling in the first place? Find out their why, right? We already know what their motivation is. Their motivation is the money that they're putting in their pocket. But now I want to know personally, why are you moving? That's going to build even more rapport. You're going to find out their personal situation. You're going to find out their family situation. You're going to find out if they're moving. You're going to find out if there's a potential chance at you getting a referral if they're going somewhere else, or even locking them up as a buyer if you are properly doing your job and building that much rapport with them. But their why is potentially the biggest question you have, and that's how you tailor it up. That sounds like a beautiful house, Mike, but let me ask you this. Why are you even selling in the first place? Now, everybody, is the time you ask for a commission, or you ask if they're willing to pay a commission, but it's how you still serve it up to them. So remember, right question, wrong location. If you ask it up front, bad move. If you ask it after you build rapport, that is what's going to win. But it's still how you serve it up to them on that silver platter. So imagine this. If you, after the house, and they tell you their big why, say, that's great. Well, confirm the price with them. Hey, so let me ask you this. I see that you're listed at $200,000. Yep. Awesome. And if I were to bring you a buyer to pay you your price, terms, and close in your time frame, you'd be open to paying me a 3% commission, wouldn't you, buddy? You see how I did that? You don't throw the buddy in there, but I'm just saying, like, we're buddies. Like, it's the assumptive close. So if I were to bring you a buyer to pay you your price, terms, and close in your time frame, you'd be open to pay me a 3% commission, wouldn't you? Yeah, because they built rapport, so you have a very good chance of them saying yes. So here is the awesome thing. Now, if you really want to be aggressive, understand a for sale by owner. If they're trying to save money and you just lock 3% commission, do you realize that the other 3% commission, and I'm not saying to get 6% by any means, I'm just like easy math, that means they're only negotiating the other 3% commission now, meaning they're only saving that $6,000 on a $200,000 house, or $9,000 on a $300,000 house. The math doesn't matter because it's the same percentage, if you guys are following me. So now at $200,000, they're already agreeing to pay me a 3% commission. I need to figure out how to negotiate that other 3%. And if you guys are still with me, check this method out. So that's great. I really appreciate you. You agreeing to the 3% commission. So let me ask you that. Let me ask you this: is your $200,000 asking price is that flexible or is that a firm asking price? And it doesn't matter what they say. I don't care. So let's just say they say firm. Okay, cool. Or flexible. It's the same answer either way. So it's firm, Joel. Okay, hey, that's fine. I can appreciate that in this market. I can't say I blame you on that. So let me ask you this. If someone were to walk in and pay you cash today for your home, what would be your rock bottom number? Out of their mouth, virtually every time, they will come down off that $200,000 price to the tune of, I don't know, you guys think of numbers. I don't even care if it's 195. Yeah, we take 195. We take 192. Because more times than not, they will actually negotiate more than that additional 3%, that additional $6,000. Because remember, at $200,000, they're already paying your 3% commission. You have a $6,000 gap in there that you need to cover. And so if they come down off their price more than that $6,000 gap, you're golden. You could actually physically tell them that in an appointment. Be like, listen, you already negotiated this. Like, let me work on keeping your sales price as high as possible, which would more than cover the other side of the real estate commission. But remember, it all does boil down to being confident, and you have to be able to ask those hard questions because A, you don't have this business. But a for sale by owner more times than not will list with a real estate agent. And if you're proactive, it ain't going to work. Okay? So get price plus commission and understand that 3% gap. Here's the big question. So now, Joel, how do I get into their house? Good question. Imagine if you were the for sale by owner and I have this conversation with you. And I were to say, hey, you know what? It sounds like a beautiful house. I really appreciate you taking the time and tell me. I am going to relay this information over to my buyers. Here's what I'd like to do. Strategic pause right there. Here's what I'd like to do. I'd love to come and take a look at your home. But what I'm not going to do is I am not going to be bringing a buyer with me. There's where the honesty comes in. I'm not going to be bringing a buyer with me. And the reason is I don't want to waste their time. I don't want to waste your time. I'm not even sure if this is the right home for them. I just want to take a look at it. So also, while I'm there, if I were able to show you a way to potentially net more money for you than going a for sale by owner, would you be open to hearing that? Remember their motivation. It's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamins, right? So what you want to do is say things like, if I could potentially, I didn't say I'm going to guarantee you, if I could potentially net you some more money, you'd be open to hearing, an aggressive marketing system, don't you? That's a freaking badass question. And you need to get comfortable asking that because remember, you don't have this business. So I'm not going to be bringing a buyer. While I'm there, if I could show you a way to potentially net you some more money, would you be open to sitting down with me for about just 20 minutes so I can show you that aggressive way that we will put more money in your pocket? So now you got, 50% chance, 50-50 that you have a 50% chance that they're going to say no. And then you could be like, wait, what? So you're not interested in making more money? You're not interested in netting more money, putting more money in your pocket? So most of the time they're smart. They realize what you're doing because who's going to say no to putting more money in their pocket? Not many people. So that is your mic drop with them. Okay, that's the drop close almost. And so potentially put more money in your pocket. Focus on that. So go for that close. And then. Here's let's get realistic, okay? So you guys know me by now. I hope to be one of the most realistic people that you guys listen to, that you train with, because we've been there, we've done that. We have literally, if you want to call it beta tested, ISAs sitting in seats, understanding what part of the script works, what part of the script does not work, as well as listening to agents have conversations. So we've really tweaked things along the way. Here is your pro tip. This is where I'm going to be realistic. You're not going to get we make it sound really easy, okay, while we're doing these trainings, but truthfully, there is. I mean, this is the exact same scripted method that I used to list 36 and sell 36 for sale by owners in a horrible market. And it works. And I could have done more. I was on cruise control, but I could have done more. And I'm going to give you some metrics here in a second to show you how easy these numbers are really going to be for you. But the pro tip is this, and me being realistic. I get it. Not everybody's going to just roll over and want to meet with you. So the goal, what's the goal? The goal of a for sale by owner conversation is either set the appointment with the brief scripting I gave you. I'll go detailed in a second. Or set the nurture. So this is the beauty of for sale by owners. Imagine if they are flexing their muscles. They're puffing up. They're getting really big on the phone. No. I'm not meeting with you no matter what. I don't care how much money you can put in my pocket. Perfect. Let me ask you this, Mike. So how long is it that you are going to give it a shot for sale by owner before you do hire an aggressive agent? Wait for their answer. How long is it that you are going to give it a shot for sale by owner before you do hire an aggressive agent? And then they're going to answer you. Every single time, they're going to answer you. And you're going to get 3 answers. You're going to get the elusive, go to hell, don't ever call me back. Fine. Here's your response to that, by the way. You know what? I get it. I apologize for even wasting your time. It sounds like you're not a good fit for our aggressive marketing system anyways. Now you got another 50% chance of turning that one around by using that takeaway method. So then you're going to get the 2 weeks or 4 weeks answers. Those are the most common. Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot another 2 weeks by myself or 4 weeks. Great. Congratulations. What type of marketing are you going to be doing in those 2 to 4 weeks to generate some activity, some foot traffic through your door, get people through that threshold? Listen to what they say. But here's what you're going to do. When I say set the nurture, imagine if you did this. Okay, that's great. I'm going to let you give it a shot for sale by owner for the next 2 weeks. And then if you do not sell that house, I will be coming back. I will be coming over, and I'm going to be showing you that aggressive system that I believe I could have gotten your home sold in those 2 weeks. Does that sound fair? And then the key is this, guys, follow up. You have to put that in your schedule immediately, 2 weeks to the day, and then call them back. Hey, Mike. Yeah, remember me? Did you sell that home? No, I know you didn't. So as promised, giving you a call back, I'm going to be coming over. Let me ask you this. Do afternoons or evenings work best for you and the other decision maker in the house? Give them a slot close. 2 choices. You gave them what they wanted, which was 2 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it is. And then they're going to give you what you want, which is a shot at showing them that aggressive marketing system. All right. And then in the future here, guys, by the way, at Double Your Real Estate Business, we will share with you what that aggressive marketing system looks like. But let's get you indoors first. Because so when I say perseverance, and I use that as one of the bullet points early, if you do something over and over again, you will get better. Your skills will take over. If you fail enough times at for sale by owners, which are the easiest things to fail at, but if you're not learning from your mistakes, you're not learning from your objection handling or the scripting or anything, you're never going to get better. This is a free way to get listings. All the numbers are out there. You could easily be calling all of this stuff, okay? And here's what the metrics look like before I go in and talk scripting. So the metrics are this. This is how easy it is, I promise you. We all know this. Give me pushback on this too, by the way. Imagine if you called 20 for sale by owners a month. That's it. 20 a month. It's less than 1 a day. Or I guess it is 1 a day for the work days. You're just calling 1 dang for sale by owner a month. I'm sorry, a day. Jeez, a month. 20 a month. How many are you going to talk to? Think about it. They're selling their house. If you should be talking to all 20, but they're not going to answer the phone, right? So you leave that stupid voicemail, but then you follow it up with a text. Hey, this is Joel, eXp Realty. I was just giving you a call regarding that the for sale by owner. Hey, listen, I'm also going to shoot you a text if that's an easier way, but I just had some questions about it real quick. And then you shoot them a text. Hey, just left you a voicemail. It's Joel. Is your home over there on Main still for sale? They'll call you back. But let's err on the side of caution and give me pushback on these numbers, guys. 20. You call 20 a month. You're going to have 16 conversations. With this script I'm about to give you, you should be getting into 50% of those doors. 8 should be the goal. You're not going to start out with 8. You're going to have 16 conversations. You're probably going to get into 1, 2, 3, 4 doors. But that's the goal. I need to get into their door. And then once you get into their door, what's your close percentage? What's your close ratio? For here, a solid team is going to base it on 60% close ratio. Even if you err on the side of caution, say 25%. So if you get into 8 doors and you could get 25% business, and that is true. I mean, if you have a 25% close ratio, I apologize if I'm going to rub anybody the wrong way here, but you got to increase those numbers. Those are rookie numbers. But let's just say that that's where we're at because we're all starting with 4 sale by owners. So we're going to start low. They're hard. So let's just say we get into 8 doors. That's your 25%. There's your 2 per month. With just making 1 4 sale by owner dial or having, I guess, a conversation a day. That's it. 1. We all can do that. And if you're competitors like me, what you're going to do is you're going to ramp that up. You're going to kick it in the 4th gear, and you're going to take it to that next level and be like, I already talked with 1. I'm going to talk with 3 today. So understand the rookie numbers, all right? And it's true. Once again, give me pushback on here. 20 calls equals 16 conversations. With this script that I'm about to give you, 16 conversations should get you into 8 doors. And if you get into 8 doors and you have a 25% close ratio, there's your 2. Okay? Here is the last ninja technique that I'm going to give you prior to me going over the scripting. After you have a solid conversation, we still need to work on that differentiating factor. So what you're going to do when I tell you that this is the vehicle towards your success in real estate, you're going to shoot a selfie video and you're going to say things like, hey, this is Joel over at eXp Realty. Just wanted to send you a quick video to put a face to the name. I'm going to be the person that's going to be coming to take a look at your house, or I'm going to be the person to follow up with you in 2 weeks. Thanks so much for telling me all about your house. It was awesome hearing about that. Blah, 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 blah. And then, but what it's doing is it puts that emotional face to the name. It's a winner. Winner, winner. Let's go. So, and there you go. Someone just said it's a numbers game. Everything in real estate is a numbers game. But that's why I broke it down, and that's why I'm being so realistic. How realistic are those numbers? I would love to have a 4 sale by owner conversation every single day, just 1 a day during the weekday. That's it. Take the weekend off. I don't care. So we all know where to get 4 sale by owners. I'm not going to go into that with you, but let's talk the script real quick. And then anybody that wants the script, you know the routine. Send me a private message, shoot your email in the chat box, and I will send it over to you. It's here. It's in person. I got a couple options, whatever you're comfortable with, whichever direction you want to take the phone call. So check this out. Hey, Mike, it's Joel with eXp Realty, and I was calling regarding the home over at 123 Main Street. It's that 4 sale by owner. Is that you? Cool. So the reason for my call is that my team just sold a couple of homes in your area, and this generated some buyers that showed strong interest in your neighborhood. And I'm just calling to see, is your home still for sale? It is? Great. Great. Now here's 2 options. So if you want to get really aggressive, be super confident, it's this. The reason for my call is that I actually specialize in your neighborhood, and I was just wanting to get some information about your home. Would you mind just telling me a little bit about your home? You use that close if you do not have a buyer for their home. Okay, so if you don't want to go through and say, oh, we actually sold homes, we have buyers. No. Hey, listen, the reason for my call actually is I don't have that buyer like the rest of the agents are saying. I actually specialize in this area, and I just want some information about your home. Would you mind telling me a little bit about it? Really good method. Or this is it. So now I'm sure you're getting called by a lot of real estate agents that are telling you that they actually have a buyer for your home. Even though we do have buyers that shown strong interest in your neighborhood, I don't know if your home is the right fit for them because I'm just seeing that. So I'm not going to be like most real estate agents and tell you that I have a specific buyer for your home. What I'd like to do is I would just like your permission for me to share some information about your home with these potential buyers. Would that be okay with you? Yep, I know it would. Perfect. So talk to me a little bit about your home. What are some of your favorite features? Why do you love your home? And then you'll see in my script, it says, let them talk. Shut up, let them talk, chime in with your questions, and ask great questions about their answers, right? Dig deep. Fill out that seller counseling interview while you're going through with this. Sounds great, Mike. Well, it sounds like a beautiful home to me, but let me ask you this. Why are you even moving in the first place? They're going to tell you their why, and then you hit them with the pricing and the commission talk. Remember, right question, wrong location. Ask it at the end after you build rapport. So, Mike, I see that you're listed at $200,000. Is that correct? Sounds good. Well, if I were to bring you a buyer to pay you your price terms and close in your time frame, you'd be open to paying me 3% commission, wouldn't you? Perfect. Now, let me ask you this. At that $200,000 price, is there any flexibility, or are you firm on that number? And remember, it doesn't matter their answer, because you're going to hit them with this. Well, hey, I completely get it. So if there were a buyer that were to come along today to pay you cash, what would be your rock bottom number for your home? Get that split for the commission. And then you could do a simple close, and you could say something like, so here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to come over and take a look at your home. What I'm not going to be doing is I will not be bringing my buyer with me, so I don't want to give you that thought in your mind. I just want to take a look at the house. While I'm there, if you don't mind, and I could figure out a way that I could potentially net you some more money, put some more money in your pocket, would you be open to hearing that? It's just about 20 minutes. See what they say. And then slot close them, obviously. Do afternoons or evenings work better for you guys? But here's the deal. Remember the nurture, okay? So I just went over that little close, and I know it was brief, but I got a couple options in the script for you guys. But it's that simple. Where the variables live is that all of the questions you're going to be asking about their house is going to take up a good portion of that conversation, but understand the timeline of it. Okay, you're calling, you're introducing yourself, you're differentiating yourself, you're finding out, building rapport, finding out about their house. After you do that, you want to know their why. You want to know price, flexibility, or firm, and then the commission. And then you want to go for the close. I want to come take a look at your house. It's activity, right? And so it's honestly, it's truthfully that easy. Because for sale by owners are still smart. I mean, they feel that they don't need you for that reason. But guys, there's a lot of money out there. And once again, just like somebody said here, it's a numbers game. I'd rather err on the side of caution. I'd rather get a bunch of go to hells, because out of that is going to be all right, yeah, cool, come on over, take a look. Because it's all about timing for them as well. Most for sale by owners list with a real estate agent. So who wants to get the job now? Just got to be proactive to the tune of 1 call a day to a for sale by owner. And then remember what goes out after the script, the selfie. Hey, Mike, Joel, thanks for so much for telling me all about your house. Hey, man, just wanted you to put a face to the name. This is my cell phone number. Cannot wait to come out and take a look at your house here on Thursday. Can't wait to see that kitchen that you talked about, that back patio that you put on. It wins every time. It's called effort, because that's the silver bullet in real estate. Effort and consistency. You have to be committed to this outcome and understand those metrics, okay? Put them on a piece of paper. 20 equals 20 calls equals 16 conversations equal 8 walk through into the doors equal 2 listings per month. You know the listings are going to sell like crazy. And then your business just explodes from there, because what happens is the buyers will organically come. Not that we want to focus on buyers, but if you sell their home, chances are there's a huge percentage they're going to be buying as well. All right, so that's all I got for you. I don't know, we're sitting about 35 minutes here. It was a good one. If you guys need anything, you have any questions because of how fast I talk or that I just breeze right through this, jump in my schedule, joelhollow.work. That'll get you access to whatever you want. We could jump on a clarity call. We could talk a little bit more about how to implement this FSBO strategy in your schedule. because that's what it's all about. It's game time right now. It is listing season because it takes some preparation. Meaning when you do list somebody, they're not going to be going on the market tomorrow. So now is the time to act if you are looking at changing your business or doubling your real estate business. So get after it. And once again, if you guys need anything, please reach out. Guess what we're talking about next week? We're going to be talking about expireds. And I know what you're thinking. So, Joel, there's no expireds out there, right? I already know there's not. But I'm going to tell you next week where the money is going to be living, and it's something that not hardly any real estate agent is even understanding or calling. So you guys are awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the participation and your continuous support. We're going to hit you throughout the week with a couple tips. We're also going to be starting an affiliation corner. So throughout the week, we're going to get a preferred lender on here just to talk a little bit about kind of what they're seeing in the market. We're going to keep it short, sweet. Any tips that they can add, along with some title, some home warranty stuff. But it's going to be good, guys. We're really changing gears, and I'm excited about it. So thank you once again for tuning in. Call those FSBOs if you need anything. Reach out, and we'll see you next week.